successful came. That is for the Hewa.
Alright, so there are two things I really want to talk about, and this is in regards to Nico Buddha and Mayuguno and their relationship, and I am Marwa. And if you watch that clip I've just attached at the beginning of this video, you would realize that Nico Buddha and Mayuguno, their friendship is way more authentic. They're not trying to force issues, they're not trying to force things. Unlike somebody like Ayamaro. You see, I was watching that video that was posted by Nico Buddha, and they had gone to support one of their friends. I don't recall his name, but he just bought a new motorcycle. And so they were hanging out together as three friends for lunch. Something small to celebrate their win. Because affording to buy a motorcycle without a loan is a big achievement, especially for the people in the village. Understanding very well that these are people who are used to walk and walking for very long distances. Not saying that walking is bad, it's actually very healthy, but the fact that this guy can easily afford to buy a motorcycle without begging, without donations, it's a very, very huge step. Nonetheless, that's not the point I want to talk about. I want to look at the organic relationship between Nico Buddha and Mayuguno. When you look at these guys together, when they are talking, obviously you can tell their relationship goes beyond the online drama. These are people who want to go beyond the online drama. Unlike their boss, Marwa, who wanted to cash in and to create a buzz using that online drama. And it's so good, and I'm glad that the smear campaign that had been introduced by Marwa, it never went anywhere. It never did any harm to Nico Buddha and Mayuguno. By now, based on what Marwa was expecting, is he kind of thought like majority of his subscribers are the same subscribers who have subscribed to Nico Buddha and Mayuguno's channel, and according to him, he would have wanted their channels to die. He even confessed that anytime he has a fallout with someone, those people die organically. Unfortunately or fortunately, that has not happened. And Marwa, I believe, internally, he has come to the realization that he may have some control on some of his subscribers, but not everyone is buying into his narratives. Those divisive and negative energy narratives, it's not everybody who is buying into those negative narratives. Because you see, if you're going to give the African story, the African village story, you have to give it understanding that perception is reality. And when I talk about perception, the information is nonsense. Right now, whatever I'm saying, I'm just giving out information. But this information is a waste of time if it's not perceived the way it's supposed to be perceived. I'm gonna give an example. Somebody like Donald Trump, when he says things, they are not just perceived as things. When he says he's going to he is waging war against the Somalis, when he says he's waging war against Iran, you cannot take that as a joke. So whatever Donald Trump posts, it has to be taken seriously. It has to be perceived with a lot of seriousness. You know that it's coming. If he says something, you know that it's coming. You see, he just spoke something small about Greenland, and he aroused the world. Now Europe, you have presidents and prime ministers and all leaders within the Europe nations responding to him because they understand he's not bluffing. This is the same thing. Marwa, when he was speaking ill of Nico Buddha and Mayuguno, he thought that people are going to perceive that information the way they're used to perceiving it. And they're not only going to unsubscribe from their channels, they're also going to help him in castigating these two guys. Well, reality is something different. That perception is shifting so quickly, and as we are speaking, he cannot woo a lot of people. Now, I need you guys to also think about Marwa from a very different angle. You keep on losing friends who you could have been building with. Now, imagine the bond that would have been there when you're talking about Marwa, Nico Buddha, Mayuguno, it's Nasto. We have now Mike Kizo has come in. We have Daniel has come in. Imagine the solid brotherhood that would have been there. Imagine the kind of friendship, even imagine the kind of community that would have been built. Look at the image we as viewers, we as subscribers would be watching when we're looking at brothers working together as a team. You know, include all those people, like even the fellow the boy. Imagine the kind of brotherhood that would have existed in that village. But since Marwa wants to be seen as a king, he cannot move beyond his ego. He cannot lower his ego to attract and allow people to express themselves and meet people to own whatever they want to own. Just a small problem has created a real havoc in that village. Yet, the people you're trying to fight, and even claiming that if somebody is seen with Nico Buddha, then they should not be counted as friends of Marwa. Guess what? That is backfiring super fast, because that small video that I have just attached shows you that people are willing to stand by their truth. Remember, Mayuguno is a person who knows Marwa inside out. The likes of Gitu, these are people who know Marwa inside out. They have stayed with him. They have had personal, private conversations that maybe if they were leaked, they would wreak havoc. But what do you see? Mayuguno makes a very personal decision. He knows Nico Buddha deep inside and out. And obviously there are people, I believe, there are people and very influential people who have been with them, who may have advised them, Nico Buddha and Mayuguno, you guys, you need to stick together. Marwa does not see you as partners. He sees himself as a boss. Remember, Mayuguno and Nico Buddha, they did not go to school. These are guys who finished the class 8. I don't think they went to high school. So they just went to the streets to hustle as masonry men. And luckily and by God's grace, it has worked out. By meeting Marwa, kudos to Marwa for that. He did help them. We cannot brush that off. I'm not here as a hater. I'm here to speak my truth. We stand for the truth, whether it's Marwa in the truth, whether it's who in the truth. So kudos to Marwa. He played a very significant role in the lives of Nico Buddha and in the life of Mayuguno, because Nico Buddha was helped more by Mayuguno and not Marwa. So even with that, you can tell the person who is really losing a very important aspect of life is Marwa, because sometimes you need friends who can stick by you. So even when there's a conflict, these are things you handle internally as friends instead of dragging them beyond what should be dragged. Now recently what has happened is Marwa has been losing people. You've been losing employees, you're losing professionals. This is the thing, Marwa. You see, when you lose employees, when you start losing friends, serious people within the industry, serious people, professionals, they start looking at you from a very different angle. Even when they want to work with you, they will start looking at you from a very different angle. They start questioning. You see, if you go to developed countries, there are especially in the United States of America, there's something we call background checks. Now with the background checks, they are used to analyze a person. That's where they identify who are we dealing with. So if you have a case, if you have ever been imprisoned, then the background check will reveal everything about you. And that can be very detrimental for your journey in the United States of America, because with that kind of a record, if you have a negative record, that record will obviously affect how the next employer or how the next person who want to be associated with you perceives you. And that's why I said perception is reality. So with that said, we can all see with that small extract of a video, we can all see where the problem is. And the problem is not Nico Buddha. The problem is not I am Mayuguno. The problem is I am Marwa. And I also have a theory about that land that was bought by Nico Buddha. What really pissed off I am Marwa is not the fact that that land was bought. Remember, that land was bought just next adjacent to where his sister is building a villa. And you see, the place the sister is building the villa is entirely for just building. There is a possibility, and this is my theory. Aya Marwa wanted, because you see, the sister is not in Kenya, and she has said she's not even coming back to Kenya anytime soon. She's in Poland where she's married. So there is a possibility that that land, Aya Marwa wanted to plant hay. And so when Nico Buddha bought that land, it interfered with the plan to buy hay. To plant hay. You see, when we talk about land in Nyabuhanse as we are speaking right now, Aya Marwa sees all that land to his advantage because he is claiming to have a ranch. There's nothing wrong with having a ranch, by the way. Kudos to him, and I wish him the very best. But as much as you want to have a ranch, you also need to realize you need people by your side. You need people who you can team up with, people who can protect you. I heard you saying you're going to be traveling anytime soon. Who are you going to leave those horses with? The people you're leaving the horses with, they're not buying your enemies. They will always interact with the other people. And those people will always come and speak ill of you. As we are speaking right now, the two guys that left your camp, they are doing so well. Mosabi is doing so well. That's an employee of the year that you should not have lost. You could have been the leader. The fact that you understood that there's a problem between Mosabi and what's the name of this guy? Mosabi and Getirifa. The fact that you saw there's a problem, you could have come in and tried to help them handle that dispute. Now see, Getirifa lost and you lost because you're not getting any employee like Mosabi anytime soon. You lost a very good guy, a guy who was committed, and you also lost a friend. Remember, even when Mosabi went to do an interview with JT Podcast, he did not want to drag you in the mud. He was not interested with that because he looked at you as a father, as a leader. He did not have that interest of dragging you into the mud. And you, instead of being wise, instead of being smart, instead of calling this guy back and trying to handle things like a profession, you fail at that, Ayamara. You keep on failing at that. And there's no way I'm not going to tell you all this. I will have to tell you that because it's factual. And Ayamara, right now, you're only that 5 years old. You have enough time to make amends with everybody that you feel this relationship should have worked. Do away with your ego. Kill that ego. Bring back friendship. Imagine building a friendship with somebody like I am Mayuguno for all that time and then just letting it go because your feelings were hurt. You lose more by that. Other than that, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Keep subscribing, keep commenting, like and share. Peace. Today is on 23rd January 2026. Things are boiling nicely. Things are working out nicely. I'm glad that at least keeping up to consistency. And I'll try my best to keep up to consistency. Sometimes you lack ideas, sometimes you're tired, sometimes you feel like giving up, but you have to keep on pushing. it doesn't matter, because the world keeps on moving. People keep achieving, and it's those that stay for long that eventually win. Other than that, guys, thanks a lot for those who are watching. Thanks a lot for those who have subscribed. For those who are watching and they have not subscribed, kindly subscribe, and see you in the next one. Thanks, man.